The talk was fascinating, but we, from all of us, I think sometimes we do face situations that we find in helping others we are overused or something. Is there any guiding principle of Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, or your own thing?
You want to serve others? You want to help others?
I want to help others, but at the same time, not to get used by others.
That's a very good thing that you told. Well, you should not be taken for a ride. Remember, when you try to serve others, when you try to help others, remember, you should have a pragmatic approach. Sri Ramakrishna used to say in Bengali, Bhakto hobi to hobi, boka hobi keno. Be a good person, don't be a foolish person. So you should try to help others, but people should not take disadvantage out of you. You should be taken for a ride. It's a very good question. Yes. So you have to see, that's why in Bhagavad Gita it is said, whenever you want to help or whenever you want to serve or when you want to give something, it should not be to an improper person, it should not be in an improper way, and it should not be in improper quantity. So it should be in a proper way, to the proper person, and proper quantity. These three things have to be taken into account. Whenever you want to help others, see that it is to the proper person you are helping in a proper way. Not that you are taken for a ride. This is a very good question that you asked and a very practical question. Sometimes good people are taken for a ride. You should be good person, but don't be goody-goody. Yeah, yes, please.
So one question I had was, so earlier you mentioned that the four yogas, and I understood that, but you also mentioned that many times when people do the physical exercises, that's not necessarily yoga. But many times, including my parents, have all talked about the importance of Hatha yoga. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, you want to go for Hatha yoga?
I'm just asking, how does that fit in the scheme of
Yeah. You know, Hatha yoga is a part of Raj yoga. Okay? It's not separate. Raj Yoga is out of four yogas. Raj Yoga is one of the four yogas, and Hatha Yoga is a part of Raj Yoga. But Hatha Yoga devotes more time and more of attention on the body. And these asanas that you are doing, the yoga that is very much popular all over the world, is connected with Hatha Yoga, where most of the attention is on the physical body. Well, it is good to keep the physical body in good health, no doubt about it. But it does not end there. We should not get ourselves involved too much with the body. Swami Vivekananda says, well, by good Hatha Yoga, instead of 100 years, you may live 120 years. What of that? There are many animals living for 300 years. You are not better than those animals. So, living a little longer life is not the aim of real spiritual personality. So SQ is more important, and SQ, this Hatha Yoga is a part of Raj Yoga, which is one method of SQ. So Hatha Yoga, there is no harm in going for Hatha Yoga. Say, because it has come to you, I will give you additional information. Some people become very much enthusiastic, go for Hatha Yoga. And in Hatha Yoga, there are various asanas. I don't mind that. Then some people, they go for pranayama. I don't mind about that. Pranayama, there are many types of pranayama. One pranayama is Rechak and Purak. That is, you inhale, exhale in the same quantity. Don't hold the breath, which is called Kumbha. When you go for Kumbha, you will have a lot of types of visions, lot of types of mystical powers also coming to you, ultimately leading you to the mental hospital. Beware of that. So, some people, they are tempted. So, Swami Vivekananda says in the book on Raj Yoga, in the introduction itself, that unless until you are taken care of by a personal guide, don't take up this Hatha Yoga. These yogas, other yogas are very safe. If you meditate for 5-10 minutes, don't go for more than that. Mind will be heated up. Go gradually higher up. Prayer, it will not derange you at least. If you go for a little bit of meditation, if you go for inspirational reading, it will not derange you. So we have to be very careful in Hatha Yoga. That's all. But there is no harm in going for that in a smaller way under the proper guidance. Yes, very good. Yes, please.
So this is kind of off topic because you aren't really talking about religion, but since you are a religious leader, I just wanted to ask one question, like, what do you think is the best way to please God?
What is the best way to?
What is the best way to please God, like to God make happy?
To please God?
Yeah. Like, how can you make God happy with you?
How can you make God happy?
Yeah.
Very nice. That's a very good question. By giving chocolate? By giving cake? No. God does not demand anything from us. Patram pushpam phalam toyo yove braya prachati. In Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna says, whatever you offer me, even if little water, but what I want is not the items, what I want is love. So basically, religion, this is a religion of love. Bhakti Yoga is love. God does not want any item from you. In fact, it is what are the items they are going to offer has been given by God to you. You are giving back only. In fact, your life also has been given to you by God. The very breath that you are taking is because God has made you alive. It is because of His grace that we are able to breathe today and we are alive. So everything has been given to us by God. Then what can we give to God? We can only give our heart to God. We can give only our love to God. And that is called religion of love. So Swami Vivekananda says in his book on religion of love, there can not be an infinite love between two finite realities changing all the time, their moods also changing all the time and both going towards death. There can be infinite love between infinite Atman and infinite God, then only we can have an immortal love or infinite love. So, what we can give to God is by love. If you start loving God, that is why in Christianity there is a beautiful sentence that is given. Love the Lord thy God with all thy strength, with all thy mind, with all thy heart, with all thy soul. That is what God wants. Yes.
So we believe that if a person is from any religion whatsoever, and if they love whoever they believe to be God, then they're making God happy. Like, accept it.
I didn't get the question
The
really.
person, you just said that to make God happy, you must just love God, right?
You must?
You must love God to make God happy.
Yeah, we must love God in order that He becomes happy. Yes. That is only one thing that He wants from us.
Right. So if a person is from another religion and he loves his own God, whoever he believes to be God, so that's like, I mean, God is happy with him?
Well, love of God will not come in a day. I understand. It's not that easy. We love so many things in our life. Love towards God does not come in a day. Very true. You are very true. But ultimately, the day the love comes, then only our heart is fulfilled. And that day, we reach our goal. When the true love comes towards God, we have reached our goal of life. That is the goal. So, and we have to practice. How it will come? For example, you love a girl. How do you love a girl? You first have a Facebook, okay? Then you go through the profile. Then you start chatting once in a day, then once in an hour, then every minute, and then gone. So we have to start chatting with God. First have his profile, read the books. His profile is available in various books. If you are a Christian, go to Bible. If you are a Hindu, go to Gita. Go out to his profile, read at time, read his biodata, read about him, then go get to know more and more about him, and then gradually start chatting. Chatting is prayer, then texting, and then gradually you start developing love. And ultimately, what happens? What happens?
If I love God like I never been.
Huh?
If I love God, I love girls, then I'd be in heaven already. Right to that.
Yeah. Very true, very nice. I am sure you will love God because you are so sincere about it. You see, everybody has got a capacity of loving. Everybody. every person on this earth wants to love and wants to receive love. I asked any young man, how much love you want so that you will be satisfied? 10 kg or 20 kg? 20 kg. 20 kg or 50 kg? 50 kg. How much love you want so that you will be satisfied? I want unlimited love. And that's why I told, unlimited love will only come from God. Can only come from God because He is infinity in nature. But this we will not understand today. At present you will not understand. At long last you will understand that the best way is to love the Lord thy God. But we can start with our loving at the other levels. Gradually we learn our lesson, and in fact each and every human being has a center of consciousness of that divinity. If we start loving that, trying to see the divinity in others, that is another way that we start making our circle bigger and bigger and bigger. But it has to start from here. God within, He is in our heart, He is also present in all the other human beings. Then we expand our consciousness, and then we will be able to love our God in all possible ways. Very beautiful question you asked. Very nice. Thank you.